recognize some of the elected officials in the audience. We have Julie Slavitt from Congresswoman Schwartz's office, State Representative Paul Drucker, Julie McGrath from Senator Dale Leach's office, Matt Goldfein and Tom Kohler from Representative Briggs' office, and from our sister TMA, we have Brandon Shaw from TMA Bucks. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for your support. As we enter it's going to be our 20th year. It's been an interesting 20 years. I've been here for 10 of them, and Pete's still here with us, thank you. And still active on the board, and still active to go to, and I appreciate that. It's been, and I know actually I read Tim Phelps' newsletter today from the Tri-County Chamber, and Tim also took over Tri-County this year. And he talked about the difficulty in the economic downturn, and I think we're very blessed to have a strong partnership with many of you here today. And I thank you all for your continued partnership, and I look forward to working with you into the future as we tackle the region's transportation issues. And with that, I wanted to do a little brief year in review so you can see where we've been in the last year, what we've accomplished. And first, though, I wanted to thank our sponsors. I wanted to thank GlaxoSmithKline for hosting. They've hosted this event for many, many years. It's been a difficult year for them, as it's been for many, and but they still came forward and they still put on the dinner for us, and we really appreciate their support of the organization throughout the years. And I also want to thank our sponsors, because I know it's not easy. Even a small nonprofit, we get asked to sponsor a lot. You really had to pick and choose who you sponsor. And we appreciate that these firms felt that this was a worthwhile event. And those are Michael Baker Associates, the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, Jacobs Engineering, Craftco Simon, Lower Providence Township, McCormick Taylor, URS, McMahon Associates, and Traffic Planning and Design. We'd all give them a round of applause. Brief year in review, we still have over 100 strong partners, and for those of you that know us, we don't target smaller organizations. We don't go after the little mom and pops, because we really feel that being small ourselves, the best return on our investment is to tackle the large employers and the municipalities and engineering firms that we can have the most effective with. And even in this down economy, we've added 10 new members since July 1st, and we've had about a 98% retention rate. And those are some of the new members that we've added this past year. And we appreciate working with them and look forward to working with them into the future. We've also continued to manage our shuttles. You see up here the Upper Merion Rambler, which was a new logo and a new wrap this year, and the Conshohocken Rambler. For those that aren't familiar, those are local community shuttles that go around Upper Merion and Conshohocken. We also manage the cruise line service, which is a service with Vanguard and Independence Blue Cross, and this is to take employees off of Route 202 and take them from the Norristown train station to their facilities along the 202 corridor. We also implemented 2 new shuttles this past year, one being, you see it on the bottom left, the Holiday Shuttle with the King of Prussia Mall. This was an initiative, believe it or not, there are a lot of shoppers that will go to the court, but they won't go to the plaza because they don't want to walk. And they would get in their car and drive between the two. So with that, we worked with the mall, and the mall had the foresight, even in a tough economy, to fund that so that to reduce their carbon footprint and also the CO2 emissions, so that people could just take the shuttle, they park at the plaza, go back, and they also did it for their employees so that they could park and also stay at the restaurants. And this ran, it was about 14 hours a day over a 1-month period, and we had multiple shuttles. And the other shuttle there is the Revolutionary Shuttle, which is a great new partnership that we just started with Valley Forge National Historic Park. This shuttle started running 2 weekends ago. It will start this weekend again, but then go into full weeks through the summer season. And what they're trying to do is improve the visitor experience at the park. They really want to take, the National Park Service wants to take the automobile out of the park because they feel that it degrades the experience. So we started this partnership. This is a shuttle provided by Craft Coaches. You can see it's got a nice wrap of a young Washington on the side. Tried to brand it to make it stand out. And this will take you around the park to the different points. You can just park your car and ride around Valley Forge Park. It also has a form of biodiesel, so it's a lower fuel than your standard diesel. And it's a good partnership. We're hopeful to continue it for many years to come. Some of the legislative work we've done. In 2009, we sent in an appropriation request to Congressman Sestak's office for the 420